I will say I've tried the lightning and bow classes and the melee weapons, and the staff looks the most fun so far. I've been having an absolute fucking blast with it. I just really wish I could find another staff. Like, I've found every weapon under the sun except another staff. And it's crazy to me that there's like no other staff in the game right now. Like, what do you mean? Like, I just would like to see some other version of a staff weapon. And I haven't come across a single one yet. I haven't found another staff. Yeah, it's funny. The magic just feels so good, and I don't know. I really wanted to try the melee weapons, and I just didn't love it. You know, when I tried it at the beginning of the game. That's not to say that people won't synergize with it, but I just was like, magic just feels so much more fun. It was announced in 2022 and first tests were in 2023. And like when were people finally able to start talking about it? Or like showing it off or streaming it. Like, I feel like I don't remember ever seeing anybody stream it. Like maybe I saw Co-Carnage stream it, but like it really wasn't. I don't know, man. NDA ended in 2024. God, I don't remember. Was I just not paying attention? I may not have been paying attention to this the way I should have been. But also, there's probably a good chance if they'd been so close-lipped about it, I probably would have just moved on to other things until there was more to talk about, you know? That's kind of the trick. It's like, what's there to say if everything's under NDA? You can't even talk about it. You can't show it. You can't, you know. So the servers did not, in fact, go down at midnight. So I was wrong about that at the beginning of the stream. In case anybody was curious. A bunch of YouTube videos dropped. Most people weren't playing anyway because those who had it for a year were done. Everything are uninterested. Those who just would have gotten it would have had the same problem. I feel like I hear everything that you're saying, and I don't mean to be like, you know, I hear what you're saying, but I also just feel like the trailer that they put out at TennoCon, the stuff that they showed, the gameplay, all the things that they've been working on behind the scenes, I feel like you're allowed to disagree. No, I mean, I just don't want to. I don't want it to seem like I'm, you know, shuttling what you're saying to the side. My feeling is that like, I wonder if they were more damned. I wonder if they were hurt more by the fact that they were doing this during TennoCon. Or if it was just, it was implausible to have like its own singular event to do this. Like, either way, it just feels like there should have been a bigger gathering of the internet forces around this game after TennoCon, and that just didn't fucking happen. And honestly, I'm a little disappointed. I'm saddened by that fact, because I feel like if you can't get people to get on board with this at TennoCon, the event for the people who make these things, what are you gonna do? Like, you have to get people hyped for this game. And also, it's not shit, man. You know? It's really fucking cool. I just think a lot of hype has been shuffled out, and a lot of the community do not love Steve or his vision. I don't know. I don't know that I can... I don't know how I mean, I get what you're saying, and I feel like I got to give Steve a chance here, because I think his vision is kind of fucking cool. I think my bigger worry is more to what we were talking about last night with Warframe, and it all sort of making cohesive sense. Like, there's still a lot that's unexplained about what and why this whole world is the way it is. Like, the individual beats that we've played so far are really cool, and they seem very influenced by a lot of media that I'm a fan of, and like story tropes and things like that. But I still don't really understand why I'm doing any of this. You know? And ultimately, that's the part that feels the most like Warframe to me, is this idea that, oh, all this seems cool, but am I just doing all of this because it's fucking cool? Or is there like a bigger purpose in the game for why? Or is that like, again, another afterthought that will be fixed 6 to 8 years down the road when they're like, oh, we should probably have a story to all of this, other than you're just, you know, the Elphaba child, what with blue arm instead of green body, you know? You were supposed to be the chosen one, the one that would bring balance to the Force, you know? Good shot. Don't get me wrong, Soulframe actually seems neat and it's a lot more polished than I expected, but Steve loves his directionless games that he's not actually releasing a product he's been teasing for 4 years.
Big Rex! A little help!
Okay, so none of this is...
Might be you use this.
You, sir, don't have a mouth.
Gruel. Revolting creatures. Pain of dead, I say.
Ooh. A dull ore with a reddish tint, a fine metal traditionally used in the... Okay. What is this? Ferrite. Twice blessed by Sapphine. So are these like the platinum of this game? Are arcs the platinum of this game? Because that's certainly what it feels like. Jesus Christ. I think it would have been better to have saved the early access till no less than a year before full release. Yeah, man, you know, honestly, I don't know. That's not a decision I'm good at. I would, you know.
More grease for this soil!
I know nothing about making games. All I can say is that this version of the game runs great now, and people should fucking play it. Because it's really fucking cool. Like, that, I can't speak to, like, I think the part that sucks for me is that obviously I didn't play it when it was really early and up apparently in a worse state. And that might have left a bad taste or a bad example in certain people's mouths and minds. But, you know, it's fucking cool now. So I can only base my recommendations off of what I'm playing in this here moment. And I would say, sign up and play it. That's the only way you're going to know if you're going to like it or not. And I honestly think for people who aren't fans of Warframe, this might be a game that's more up their alley, you know? Because it has some of that Warframe, you know, bullshittery in it, but it's not as heavy-handed with it. And there are some things that, like, building-wise don't make sense. Like, again, I think having to go back to the main hub and it feels very Monster Hunter-y, but also, like, having to go back to your room and go into this thing and then go up to this area of the room because this is what you do in Warframe feels wrong. It feels wrong in this game. It feels like you shouldn't have to leave the space and come back here to do this. It made sense in Warframe because Warframe is very segmented even when you're on the big world stuff. But in a game like this just feels like speed bumps you don't need to get to the thing you want to do. It just feels like unnecessary hurdles that prevent you from getting to actually playing the game quickly. And there are going to be a lot of people who open this up and go, I want to put on the this into the whatever, and you can't do that from this window, and they will just be like, that fucking makes no sense, and probably quit. So I imagine that will be a thing that will change pretty quick, because that is a design choice that makes no sense unless you've played Warframe. It's not even a loading screen issue. I mean, it is to some degree, but it's also just an issue of you can't expect people who have played what they think this game is, where in every situation you can open up an inventory window and like put the stuff in your character's setup in the space, to then tell them, no, the only place you can do that is your hub. And it's only in this one space directly in your hub, because that's the only way we know how to make this work. Like, I'm sorry. Like I said, that shit only works for Warframe because it was a Warframe concept and conceit. And there's a reason no other games do that. Not really. Like, even in the game that Warframe gets compared to the most, which is Destiny, you can change your loadout on your character anywhere at any time. It just doesn't fucking make sense in the design doc of this game. It just feels fucking weird. And really, like, so far, that and the lack of like really good cross combination between, like, it just, like, I'll be honest with you, it feels extremely strange to have melee, ranged, and magic cordoned off in the first three, whatever they're called, pacts, auras, whatever you want to call them. Like, it just feels strange to do that. And like I said, I hope they'll find those that synergize better, that allow you to use like be able to cast something while using a melee weapon, or be able to hit with, you know, like, I don't know how they're going to do it, but it's just like, I mean, I guess it's not that different from Dragon's Dogma, but even in, well, no, they did do that in Dragon's Dogma 2, didn't they? They did separate it out so that ranged and like a bow using, I can't remember, ranger and a, what was the dagger class? Like, they did separate those out, but then you had Warfarer. Like, this game needs its Warfarer pact or whatever the hell it's called. I definitely think the gear stats isn't great. I prefer Warframe's any weapon for any job. Yeah, I mean, and I think that's something that will adjust with time. I don't hate it as a concept. Again, I just think like because they were so specific with it being courage, spirit, grace, or whatever the hell, and because each style is so locked to those attributes, they're gonna have to figure out a way for hybrid classes to exist in this game in a way that's made it hard for them to do so. And I'm sure they have an answer to that problem, and these 3 starter auras are just to get people acquainted with the 3. But they're gonna need to find a way to add more depth to this combat. I mean, this combat is extremely basic right now. Excruciatingly basic for as cool as it is, you know? And it feels great. I mean, like, the thing that I find infuriating so far is that from the jump, these 3 should all be unlocked. Like, you should get the other 2 right away. This should not be, you know, an Excalibur Vault Mag situation, because you are locked out of too much stuff by not having these other 2 from the start. Like, I think that's crazy to packed. Like, they're called packs. I think that's crazy to me that that those first other 2 are locked out. Like, that you can't switch between them. Because at some point, you're probably going to want a ranged ability for certain stuff. At certain points, you're going to want, you know, a much more melee-focused, you know, pact for certain things. And maybe I'm like right around the corner from those things unlocking, but you should have them from the beginning so that you can try all 3. Now, maybe that's the whole point. Collect them all, much like with Warframe, but it's just, I don't think I've ever played an RPG or fantasy game where it was like, you can play the magic, the ranged, or the melee, but you cannot play the other 2 if you pick one. Like, you get 1 to start, and that's it. It's like, wait a minute. Like, could you imagine playing like Dragon Age Origins and it being like, build your character. You won't be able to do any other thing once you lock in whether you're a mage, a ranger, or a warrior. You're completely locked out from everything else. It's like, that's insane. That's fucking bonkers. Like, even if you have to respec, you can play those other classes in those games. It's just weird. It's very weird. I don't quite get it. You can throw the melee weapons. So is that the dagger that I'm having? I actually need to figure out what the button is for that, because although I don't think I actually can throw it because I don't think I have the whatever it is. I think too much of Warframe bled in at the wrong ways. I don't know that I would say it's too much, but I would definitely say that it I don't want to sound cruel when I say this, but I know I've said this about other games in the past, and I'm trying to remember which one I said this about, because I know I've said it before, but it just feels like there are moments in this game where the shortest distance between the problem and the solution were direct lines that they drew to solve problems in Warframe development. You know, it's just like, well, we need this. Okay, well, how did we do this in Warframe? And it doesn't happen often, but it happens often enough to be like, oh, that's the Warframe in this game. Okay, I get it. And it just feels like they needed to rewrite the design doc in some ways so that those answers didn't come specifically from the Warframe documentation, you know? You summon them back? No shit. I kind of want to try that. That sounds cool as hell. It's very, yeah, it's very God of War. I like that. Oh, that's interesting. Perfect throw. Release your weapon at the right moment for maximum damage. Increased chance of smite. Let me just check something here. Settings. Custom key bindings. Melee throw recall. Mouse button 3. Oh, that's fucked. Weapon room. So wait a minute. But here's the thing I don't understand. So if I have a dagger, like this is the thing that doesn't make sense. So if I have a dagger and I'm using a staff and I'm using my middle mouse button to use the like the heavy attack. So like melee throw recall is my middle mouse button, but that's also been the button that... So basically I can't throw the dagger because I'm using a staff. You swap weapons. Is there a thing to swap weapons? Is that like an active or... Oh, switch weapons is R. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Got it. I'm actually... okay. I guess there's no reload, so that makes sense. Okay. Oh, also... Let me... They never mentioned that. Also, the spectral sight stuff seems to be hit or miss. It's very weird. It hasn't totally worked consistently. Turn this all the way up because the field of view also kind of sucks. Steve forgets to mention. Look, it's not all Steve's fault, okay? I know he's an easy target because he's, you know, his name is on the masthead, but like, can we... I feel like this the dunking on him is... It's like an easy out, you know? And I get it. I do get it. But like, you know... Oh, that's way better. Why does it... So, okay. I want the camera to pull out this far in Warframe. It also makes her look like a fucking midget. Okay, it is bending the screen a little bit much, but God, what I wouldn't give to be able to pull the field of view. Like, I have the field of view out to 90 in Warframe, and I swear to you, it doesn't feel like I'm any further away from my Warframe in that game, and it really drives me mental. Because, like, the Warframe takes up so much of the fucking screen. Oh, my God. I mean, they chose to only have one figurehead take credit for all major decisions. So if the figurehead wants credit, they get the blame too. Fair. Fair. Not, you know, you make a very good point, Gormy.
Oh, I hate those green bloods. Such powerless waste on speaking shrubs. One son makes his kind.
Oh shit, there you are. Oh shit, cool. Oh, I love that. Okay, that's, you know what? Thank you, Gormy. I feel, okay, this is what I've been... Okay, so that's both. Also, why is my little maraca shaking on my hip there? That's weird. Is it because of this? Heal. I kind of want to switch the heal button. Heal being H is too far away. Reverse camera V, night fold. Because I've been pressing it wrong the whole time anyway. Yeah, that's much better. Because I feel like if I'm going to recall, I'm going to take my hand off of that button anyway. Dude, that's fucking sick. Doesn't look like you can throw the dagger though. It's a thing that annoys me in Warframe 2. Most balance updates are Halbo credit, even though he try aiming before you throw. Okay. He doubtlessly has a team that helps make all those awesome and sometimes terrible changes. But yeah, this game lacks in its explanations of mechanics, which is fine in a hit game like Warframe where your community will answer everything. But Soulframe has very little content creators supporting the community, so I'd like to see a bit more dev handholding. Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, I think they got to push a little harder to get people to be interested in this, you know? Why is my Q button not working? When I hit Q to do the spirit thing, it doesn't do shit. God damn it. Something's fucking weird. This seems very helpful. Push to talk, grace ability. This spectral sight doesn't seem to be working. I'm actually... Hang on a second. I quickly want to restart the client. I feel like something's bugged. Because it was working and then it stopped working. Also, I want to change that button because I don't like it. What is the fucking Nightfold? Chat. Why don't we just set that to Z? That's better. What is that? All right. I'm gonna restart the game real quick here because I think something's wrong. I think the client might have bugged. And that means I need to grab the password again. It's very lovely music. Oh, dude, this is pretty. This is pretty. The nature, I'm going to tell you right now, the nature element of this is like totally like jiving with my shamanistic side. And you know, that is something I can definitely get behind. It's definitely speaking to me in that respect. I kind of love it for that. Oh, interesting. Okay. Preludes 15, Gods and Ghosts. Welcome, Darkside Rob. Thank you for joining our Preludes journey. Take heed, young soul. You're entering a primordial world with great tremors ahead. Some highlights of this update include loot and crafting have been reworked. Weapons can now drop fully built throughout Alka, bearing unique craftwork and tempers. Earn fully crafted 1-star and 2-star weapons with varying craftwork and tempers from activities around Midrath. 3-star weapons are to be crafted with the fragments acquired from their original activities. Return to Volcane with cord stones to refine your favorite weapons or favored weapons. Totems are receiving a major overhaul with the advent of tempers becoming available on all weapons. Totems now directly affect different effects or buffs depending on the totem's description. To accommodate such sweeping changes, all prior totems have been converted into harmony to help upgrade our new fluffy friends. A new island rises through the fog. Pigwin Scary. Wander north of Greater Curlail. There's a lot of words that are... It's a bit of a fucking salad here of things I don't understand. What the hell's going on? To find long brine sailors, salt-rotted chests, and Kassid weaponry waiting by the shore. Trading has come to Acla. Meet fellow envoys and at enclaves or world trees to exchange crafted weapons, armor, talismans, joineries, runes, totems, resources, and turn-ins. Dispatches have arrived. The spirit guide has found a stray parchment or two, bringing account messages, goodies, and perhaps a little gab. Liths were introduced in Preludes 14.5 as an experiment to support virtue customization. However, requiring a consumable item to freely experiment with builds felt too limiting. The liths have been removed. Omen beasts and ancestors now offer new graces. Seek them throughout Midreth and see what strange blessings may answer. Sieges now shift with new hazards, objectives, and countermeasures. Turret Jotar rises as a new challenge, while Odin and Kalim carry their riches across Midreth. We hope to hear from you what you love, what you don't, what intrigues, and what makes you sneeze. With love, DE. That's cool. Hey, what's up, Spurious? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Okay. Oh, I didn't mean to go here. I still have no idea what any of that meant. That makes two of us. But I like it. And, okay, so it was bugged. So, yeah, so this was not working when I had the game on before. It is now working again, so that is good. Because, yeah, that's... I was like, I know this worked when I tried it the first time, but now it's not working at all. So, I'm glad restarting the game fixed it. I've been playing for so long and none of that fucking worked. It was kind of crazy. We got geese. Geese are never that friendly. The preens. Were those duck or geese? Oh, I guess they were ducks. Yeah. So here's the thing. They looked like they were colored like ducks, but they were the size of geese. Like those were the biggest fucking ducks that I've ever seen in my life. Like, they were the size of Canadian geese, man. And I should know, because they spend half of their fucking time the year here in New York City shitting over everything. And, like, attacking, you know, like, fucking, like, barreling through little children. I always say, if your kid is, like, 4 or younger, don't have them anywhere near the Canadian geese. They will just, like a linebacker, just run right through them. It had a goose jawline. It certainly did. I feel like the little minnow is flying into the ground. Okay, so there is fall damage in this game. Okay. I didn't think there was, but apparently there is. We'll just get that right back. And we'll keep standing in this water so that we get the spell back. Canadian geese always look so small compared to the ones that tried to eat me as a child. Nah, they're bastards, man. They're sons of bitches. They are not nice. They fucking hate everything, including each other. They are not friendly birds. Do not like. Not a fan. Yeah, this bird gets completely lost on shit sometimes. Now, this is taking me out of here. I don't want to go out of here. I don't hate the bird direction finder. The geese here are bigger, but not native species. No idea who thought to bring geese here. They hiss when you want them, when they want you out of their space. They certainly do, indeed. They also just like, every time I see them, they just look like they fucking hate everybody, man. You don't want them there, and they don't want to be there, you know? How you doing, Spurious? What you been up to? What you been playing, friendo? Now, I could have sworn this is where the quest that I was doing was, but I can't seem to find my way back to where I need to go. Where the fuck is this drunk ass bird going? What in the hell? Okay. Okay, this is it, because this is where I was before. They nest where I work, so I'm pretty used to them. They can be pretty chill if they don't view as used threat. Yeah, if you just basically leave them the fuck alone, they will ignore you. Like all they want is you to just leave them the fuck alone. That's all they want. That's all they care about, man. As long as you do that, you're fine. How am I getting this wrong? Description on the shrine reads: I guard this cave. If you enter in peace, give a flower of blood with crimson blue leaves. Give a flower of blood with crimson blue leaves. A flower of blood with crimson blue leaves. Sangelia? The shrine accepts your offering. Cool. Hey! That's super sick. Very cool. Oh, right. The other Orlick opened it for us before. Got it. That's why. Okay. So, dude, this is. Oh God, dude, what the? I'm so mad right now because I think this is so fucking cool. And I want more people to play this because I think it's super cool. Like, there are some things that are making me mad about it, but overall, I think it's fucking great. The silly goose. You're a silly goose. Alka's Children Enclave. Oh, this is so sick. Bro, come on. This is so fucking cool. Based on how previous releases worked, you'll be able to play more from now on. I love the music in this game too. They made, man, you know, I don't know, man. I'm so like, I'm just like, what, how? This is so fucking cool.
Oi, out you burrows. Let's see some spirit for our new customer. I mean, yes.
Yeah, apparently there's been a lot of drama around the way this game has been released and it's still not released. It's only available right now. So I should probably mention at this point in the stream and in the video, you can still sign up on Soulframe's website, but the access period to get into the Prelude has closed apparently. So now if you sign up on soulframe.com at this point forward, you will still eventually maybe get into the Prelude, but will be, it's like on a rolling basis or something. But honestly, I think this game is pretty sick so far, and I'm having a really good time with it.
Apologies for the welcome committee here. Alka's children have never seen legs so big as yours. It puts the fear of the Empress in them. Speaking of, I'll put you down for a donation.
I'll put you down for a donation.
Well, if you're offering... Whoa, whoa, whoa. Put away your purse. Typical leggy thinking you can just buy your way to the Empress's good grace. You pay in spirit. Saving creatures, purging slack.
Yeah, it should push these other units away, and I imagine that will eventually do that. It'll work like it does in Warframe.
The Empress of Sprout folk? Her Majesty Aurora is the Empress of Old Vale. 'Twas her fey magics turned us...
Alora Dannon?
First place. Oh, gave us spirit, she did.
This is like a secret connection to Willow.
Forget it.
God, I have to tell you, I'm mad just thinking about that Willow series that was on Netflix a couple of years ago, because it was so fucking bad. It was so fucking bad. Oh, it made me so angry. I was like, you took everything good about Willow and you just ruined it all. How fucking dare you? It was so bad.
Alka's children! The old wards! Is there anything left in that bangle nut you call a head? That stuff in the rivers? That's in your blood, right? The breeze, your ways. It's all one. Your kind used to call that spirit. Alka's children still do.
Bangle nut sure is an insult. Oh, here we go. Did you miss this? Because the rep farming is back.
Go on, Leggy. No more slacking. Alka needs you.
Oh, man. I swear, if I never see rep farm in a video game ever again, it'll be too soon. It's the thing, rep farming is the thing in Warframe that I hate the most. The fucking most in the entirety of Warframe. There is nothing that makes me want to fucking snap my fucking keyboard in half more than farming rep in Warframe. Because it is just not fun. Want to play a guessing game? Sure. Is it, hey, guess who made this game? Hey, can you guess which dev is credited with rep farming as a system and put it everywhere? No, couldn't tell you, Gorby. Couldn't tell you. Ah, shit. Oh, God. Why? Oh, that doesn't look good. Oh, interesting. Oh, this is a cool way of doing that. Okay. Cool. So wait a minute. That was weird. What was that bleeding through the screen there? I'm trying to figure out. So the place that the thing that I went into, where was that? There was like a whole area I went into. I don't... Oh, was that... Hey, what's up, Atropius? How you doing, man? Oh, so wait. Was the area we were just in, was that... Did we, like, clear that out or something? Was that, like, it turned into that space? And like quitting out, like just kind of skipped over us finishing that or whatever. Because it was in here. Like we opened this up. And the quest we were doing was in here, but it's not there anymore. Now it's just the hub area. Need something? Have a cot, Scotty. Come along, Hilly Den, for a real bargain. Have a cot. I don't know, you're already further than me in the game? Really? Rare twist of fate. Yeah, it feels like we came in here to do the quest, and then like the quest that we did, because I crashed out in order to fix the spirit vision, it kind of just ended the quest. I got extremely confused about a quest about ink. Right. Okay, so it's you actually don't okay. So I did that quest earlier, and you have to go find the quill. You have to go find Orlick's quill. And so you use the Minnow you follow the Minnow to get to the quill, and then bring the quill back to Orlick, and then he'll continue taking you around. Orlick is the tutorial guide. Is it a new game? The name sounds familiar. So this is the new game that's in development from Digital Extremes, from the same team, from a different team, same studio that's made Warframe. That sounds so funny. Probably the frame part that sounds familiar. Well, I mean, you know, they didn't really, I'm just gonna keep repeating myself, but fuck it, whatever. I think it was a mistake to call this game Soulframe, and I understand why they did it, because it, you know, it makes it link up with, you know, the studio's overarching, you know, design philosophy, and that this is, you know, cut from the same cloth as by virtue of it being from the studio as Warframe. But I think it hurts it because it is neither Warframe nor Souls-like. It's something that definitely takes inspiration from those things, but also has a heavy influence from, you know, both high fantasy and also, you know, sort of, you know, world traversal quest games, you know, action adventure. Like you know, it's not nodal based. It's not, you know, tile set based. It's going for something that is more ambitious in scale and scope, it seems to me, than Warframe. And so limiting it by tying it to those two titles feels like a mistake. Oh, the combat. So the thing is, the combat is much more. How do I put this? The combat, if I'm being honest, feels like it has much more in common with something like No Rest for the Wicked than it does with Warframe. It's much more positional. You know, it's attack, counterattack. It's blocking, it's parrying. It's a little more visceral. It's not so, you know, it's not so Yunwo Ping. It's not trying to do like, you know, ninja kung fu movie, you know, chop suey style action. And it's I like it. I like that it feels hefty and heavy and weighty, and, you know, I also really like that that actions that you make in the game, you're committed to them. If you commit to an action, you're leaving yourself open to a counter. It's rudimentary, but it's the animations feel good. The weight, like, I mean, you know, there's that right there feels really fucking good to watch, to see, and to watch it land, you know? damn, if this game isn't a looker, which, you know, like, I mean, this is, I don't know if this is ray tracing. I don't think it is.